Well, good afternoon. It's great to see the large group here working on how science can improve the world. I wanted to talk a little bit at first about a special topic, which is this recent coronavirus, COVID-19 epidemic. This is a huge challenge. We've always known that the potential for either a naturally caused or intentionally caused pandemic is one of the few things that could disrupt health systems, economies, and cause more than 10 million excess deaths. And there's a lot we don't know about this current epidemic, but there's a lot that we do know that shows that this could be, particularly if it spreads to areas like sub-Saharan Africa and southern Asia, it could be very, very dramatic. We're on the cusp in science of being able to make good tools to do the diagnosis, to provide vaccines, to provide therapeutics, including antivirals. So our foundation is very engaged in terms of the relationships we have with governments in the private sector to orchestrate and provide resources and hopefully contain this epidemic. For anyone who's concerned about that, I'm sure we'll talk more about that in the Q&A, but it's a potentially very bad situation. Well, you're here in Seattle, which is the city I grew up in, as you heard, and just a few blocks from here are the headquarters of the Gates Foundation, and that goes back to the year 2000. In fact, Melinda and I just earlier this week wrote our annual letter talking about the progress, and in this case particularly talking about the first 20 years. Right from the beginning, we chose the focus to be eliminating inequities, particularly in health in developing countries. We thought that we could make a huge difference both in the R&D priorities and in the delivery systems to make sure the latest medicines were getting out to all the children in the world. And this work has been very gratifying. It's been very successful. And in fact, today I want to talk about some things that we're just on the verge of being able to do that will help us advance that mission very, very dramatically. The goal being that a child born anywhere has a very low chance of being malnourished or dying below the age of 5, and that these big infectious diseases like HIV, TB, and malaria, that we believe those can largely be eradicated. Over these 20 years, the child mortality overall is down by a factor of 2, and you can see that in the chart that's in the middle of that slide. In 1990, it's over 12 million children are dying under the age of 5, and most